Alright. Finally. It looks like it did. Actually, let me reload the... Alright. Let's rock. Let's head back to the chest.
They're back.
It's going to be all right. This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
Maybe I can interact with them now.
Did you see how easily those demons entered the church?
Hey, I can't... Oh, there it is. Wow.
Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm.
I've never seen that in a game.
He can speak.
What do you want with us, Automat?
What happened in this church?
You should know. It was your kind that slaughtered these lambs. I don't think those who were able to escape stand much of a chance either.
Where are the survivors?
They're hiding in the catacombs behind the church.
There's also the gentleman that the automats took alive.
Oh.
Where did they take the gentleman?
We haven't the slightest idea.
That's enough questions now. Leave us be, Vertu.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, thank God Mr. Cheesy didn't come back. Alright. Take a look at this. Ah, okay. So, okay, it takes a key to unlock it. Alright. I don't have that key yet. Hey, wow, we needed that. Bastards. All right. So my question is do I? That's only for balance and health. Your power is for, you know, vigor is for your endurance, critical hit, engineering is loot, and that's strictly for obviously, you know, your alchemy stuff. So I'm wondering if I should add that. Just keep adding it on. You know what? Keep pumping this up. What was I going to look up? It was SteelRising. Oh yeah. I wanted to know what the settings were. I thought I was going to turn that shit on. Alright. What's up, jackholes? Remember me? Oh yeah, we gotta go this way. Can't interact with you anymore. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really salty about that. Oh, you didn't even bother doing the healing that I asked you to do. Neat. Yeah, see, I think this was supposed to be a shortcut. Yes. Thank you. Man, I just cannot believe, I cannot fathom in my mind about a bug like that. And what would cause a bug like that. Oh, here we are. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming for you. I think what I'm going to do is, if there's a save point before the boss, I'm going to, buy a bunch of bombs. Like, a bunch of bombs. I don't see a hook point. Give me my health back, please. Thank you. Oh my God. Look at that. There's a save point there. Yeah, see, that'd have been sketchy. That'd have been super sketchy. How was it? It's 11 o'clock. I do feel better. And not quite so salty now that I've had something to eat, since I didn't eat anything for dinner. I just wasn't feeling well earlier. Of course, I don't feel well at all much anymore these days. I don't like big open rooms like this. Oh, okay.
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Necker. Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
Sure, bud. Sure. A pair of spectacles. What do I do with these items? I mean, I'm collecting them, but what do I do with them? I mean, I would imagine you could probably run past that and never notice that it was there. Why does it look like a boss fight? Because it is. Ow. Well, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna die. And of course, this guy's gonna move like the wind. Man, you know, holy shit. You know he's gonna use, whatever's on his back, that egg as a hammer for a phase. He's gonna pull that E-blade? What? Oh, god damn. That was cool looking though. Wow. Wow. Something that moves that slow. What? Now that didn't make any sense to me. Oh, that's why he was pulling me in. Yes! One time. What does that get me?
Suzanne, my dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. It's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And, most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, my wife and I fled our home to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machines. They overran the nave, wantonly mowing down the faithful. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
Go to the convent.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
Oh, like immediately. What the crap? Wow.
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
I don't like that.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger.
While the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they had established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are.
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are.
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around.
You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge.
We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre. A labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him. Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear. You have my full attention.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu. What have I done to deserve such a fate? Why has the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear. After everything I've done for him. My abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. Well, my life and my fortune as well. I refuse to accept any remuneration for my services in order to keep the accounts balanced. And I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres from my own private accounts. Bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire de fer in the Palais des Tuileries. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to sully his reputation 100 times over. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste, madame. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible strength, that safe is said to be impenetrable. It was designed precisely to that effect. I personally never had access to it. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I always was.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow advisors, most likely. Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. I will look into what happened to your wife.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie, on Rue de Bourgogne.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
The rules of our order forbid us from taking part in secular wars or secular affairs, but we're going to do it anyways, but whatever. Though there's a prayer, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yep. A lot of dudes to talk to here. God willing, this letter will reach you for the States General. We encourage you all to rage whilst at Versailles and not merely stick to agricultural issues. Okay. What use our wit, finesse, audacity, and tenacity if they're not employed in favor of the common good? You know what? You have a point.
Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could show you a way to reach the Bastille. Don't forget.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the Patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They are seized by an irrational fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mentioned share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I am now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing a key to wind them.
Pater noster qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good. Tiens, donc, tungsten and zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable.
How about
As
making
long as you
me
have a
like an
fortune to
unbreakable
invest.
weapon that can
For
kick
that,
ass?
our
How about we do
clockwork
that instead of
tyrant knows no
destroying
bounds.
some lanterns?
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal
Ah.
was ransacked. I can't tell you any more
Not the
than
vitriol that I
You
spew.
should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Yo, what the hell, man? You guys, yo, that's not cool to like, surround a lady like that. All right, let's just start talking to these fools.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
how do you intend to counter the King's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to
This is
do
where I
with
get
it.
all the side quests, like literally all at once.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my
Just try
laboratory
talking to
at
Saad.
Arsenal
He's got
was
plenty of
ransacked.
vitriol to
I
spew.
can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Do it cruel and bitter criticism? I'm not cruel.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that.
But they got
You
me on the
should ask
bitter.
my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Hey, there there's Bailey. Been looking for you, dude.
Monsieur Bailly.
Mademoiselle, I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory's storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
Yay!
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
Agreed. Leave it at that.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the Empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santé, our most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between two planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words.
Sleepless
Hard to
slaves.
say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will
You would
not let
last
these
about
poor
3 days
souls
before
endure
you
such
died.
agony.
Your heart would
Aegis,
explode.
we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
And don't you go crazy
Monsieur Raymond.
after 72 hours and
But
not
could you
sleeping?
enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hôtel de Massiac alive.
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Merry.
You literally
The
just
path
talked
that
to
led
me.
us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
Nope.
Remember,
Yo.
What is the aim of this organization?
we publish articles and exert our influence on those who are in a position to improve the lot of our unfortunate brethren. Our numbers grow by the day, and we have many illustrious members, such as the Comte de Mirabeau and the Marquis de Lafayette. But it was Monsieur Brissot and the abbot that founded the group.
Good old Brissot. Shouldn't he be here by now?
Yes, mon père. He should have arrived hours ago. Alas, there's been no sign of him.
I hope to God that no misfortune has befallen him.
What fate does the kingdom reserve for those with black skin?
According to tradition, any enslaved person who sets foot on French soil is freed.
This rule is most problematic in the eyes of planters in the colonies, who would seek to maintain their precious labor force.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to disembark in any of the kingdom's ports. Those who accompany their masters on the journey are imprisoned in the Admiralty's jails the moment they leave the ship. As for those who manage to evade the authorities, they live in fear of the raids carried out by the Marshalsea.
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father, and also to have received an education, and to be wealthy.
Naturally, that makes all the difference.
And rich.
What fate does the kingdom reserve for those with black skin?
According to tradition, any enslaved person who sets foot on French soil is freed.
This rule is most problematic in the eyes of planters in the colonies, who would seek to maintain their precious labor force.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to disembark in any of the kingdom's ports. Those who accompany their masters on the journey are imprisoned in the Admiralty's jails the moment they leave the ship. As for those who manage to evade the authorities, they live in fear of the raids carried out by the Marshalsea.
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father, and also to have received an education, and to be wealthy.
Naturally, that makes all the difference.
So it'd be nice if it would stay like on the one that I chose last.
Monsieur Raymond.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of overseeing my indigo plantation. I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I hoped to convince him to use his automats for agricultural work. I was of the belief that this was the best way to ease the suffering of our enslaved brethren. Alas, it was all for naught. I was only able to get an audience with the Minister of the Navy, and even that was granted reluctantly. Later, when the king convened the Estates General, my hopes were renewed. I saw it as an opportunity to make our voices heard. And then, mon Dieu, what a disaster, Aegis. What a complete disaster.
See you later, Bat.
Alright, before I go any farther, I gotta use the bathroom. We talked to these guys. We talked to you, I think.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research.
I have not.
Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Damn.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith. I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes, All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in Heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
Where is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it.
Yeah, okay.
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Hey, I bet you that's a door I couldn't get into.
Goodbye, mon père.
Okay, wait. I learned my lesson last
How's your
time.
research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the church isn't far from the...
Goodbye, mon père.
I guess we're gonna go on a bonanza of... Where's Mirabelle?
Monsieur de Mirabeau.
Here we go.
What does this letter mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm
Me.
curious about how you got rid of it earlier. As if it burned your fingers.
To tell you the truth, you're not entirely wrong. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau, the scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the friend of man. He
Whoa.
writes to say that he is on the brink of death, in such a desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate used his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swears that he will torment me from beyond the grave.
How is that possible?
To my knowledge, he has not yet deigned to shuffle off this mortal coil. In any case, the satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage my concern. This man is more persistent than the plague. He's capable of anything. He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing to do the same. I need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an explanation is out of the question. But the man who heard his final confession is here.
Monseigneur de la Fare.
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me a word of what the old dragon confided to him. He stubbornly insists on the secrecy of confession. Bon sang. Will we ever be rid of these damned superstitions? Aegis, would you be so kind as to intercede with the bishop? Perhaps you will be able to make him change his mind.
Why am I way back here?
Were you able to speak with Monseigneur de la Fare?
Minister Necker claims that you are a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the King's chambers.
What luck could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see. Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might be of use? Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Forgive him for everything? And he just dips? Alright, well, now we gotta go back over here. We already talk to Tick. Did we already take to you? Do we already talk to you?
Marquis,
I'm listening, Aegis.
I went to the meeting point.
There's so many of these damn people here, I don't know who the hell to talk to.
Get to the facts. Who did you meet there?
Madame de Polignac, the Queen's favorite. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desolate place. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur. The children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. One thing is certain. Charlotte and the young Dauphin are missing. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men. They apparently attacked the wagon the children were hiding in.
How the hell did they know?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice. You were betrayed.
A plague on Orléans and his damned informants. They have taken the children.
That still remains to be seen. It seems that the Duke's men were interrupted while carrying out their task. 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was able to escape.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running. But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
I went to the meeting point you indicated. I had an unexpected encounter there.
Get to the facts. Who did you meet there?
Madame de Polignac, the Queen's favorite. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desolate place. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur. The children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. One thing is certain.
Yeah, I didn't get to them first. They
Charlotte and the
kicked
young
me
Dauphin
out.
are missing. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men. They apparently attacked the wagon the children were hiding in.
How the hell did they know?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice. You were betrayed.
A plague on Orléans and his damned informants. They have taken the children.
That still remains to be seen. It seems that the Duke's men were interrupted while carrying out their task. 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was able to escape.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running. But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis. Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
I'm not done investigating yet.
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor wife, we were in the Église Sainte-Marie on Rue de Bourgogne. That's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. As for the bonds, you'll find them in the Armoire de Fer, in the Palais des Tuileries.
So many... Okay, I gotta look. Damn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 of them, so I'm missing. Oh no! Okay, so we have oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1. So we have a family affair, memory of Dauphine. We have origins. We got that going. Future of the kingdom. Let's go. Necker's 2 treasures. So awkward to say it. Sleepless, we got that one. Lanterns of the Dead, we got that. And Gunpowder Trail, got that one. Glory and Dishonor. We haven't gotten that one. How the hell do I get that one?
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Oh, holy crap.
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the cochineal, an insect.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison, of the most dangerous sort. Though at weaker doses, it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis? Is everything all right?
Uh-oh. What, the findings of the Queen?
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
Oh. I apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal? So we can ask him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien, I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand. I did not find the warehouse.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides, not far from Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I picked it up. I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg gardens when suddenly Athénaïs jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between 2 statues.
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be... Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask you for help.
But I'm an astronomer, mon enfant, not a locksmith. I know my way around lenses, filters, racks and tripods. But I've never given a moment's thought to how a lock works. God, Monsieur de Mirabeau was joking with you, that's all. Où est-il, ce brave homme? So that we might ask him.
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me? Do you mean he left the convent? That's madness. What was so important that he would put himself in such danger?
Intriguing indeed.
Uh-oh.
Have you located Athanasius' hut?
No.
Look carefully.
I have not yet.
As I said, you will find it in my storeroom.
Goodbye.
I'm just making sure I got everybody
Monsieur de Mirabeau.
taken care
Did you
of.
go to the Hotel de Mas...
No.
Remember,
See you later. Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Monseigneur. I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
What has gotten into all of you? This has gone on long enough. I will say it one last time and pray that they will finally leave me alone. Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself clear?
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur.
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have...
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the tomb is in the crypt of the Église Saint-Jacques de la Bouche. The church isn't far from the...
Goodbye.
Okay.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening.
Goodbye, Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien,
I'm not done in...
don't give up. Remember, that's in the Faubourg. As for the bonds, you'll find them in the Armoire de...
Alright. Phew. Holy crap. All over the place. That's the opening area. Okay, where am I? I'm in Luxembourg. Report these findings to the Queen. Oh, so I gotta go... Well, I have to go back to the, horseless carriage. Fine. Oh, we gotta go back... I need to go back here. So we got... Let's go back to the horseless carriage. But I'm on closing transfer, Dr. Lemonier's autopsy report. It will enlighten you to the circumstance of your eldest son's death, as well as the culpability of your husband. Uh-oh. Guess we're gonna have to wait to continue that one. Whoa, grade 3 destruction modules. Modules significantly increases physical damage. Oh, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the one that, that as you upgrade, you get like extra attack points per level of power. So when you start pumping points into power. Alright, so how much is that? 3,000. I got enough for it. Let's do it. Go ahead and get it. Get it going. Got any more keys? We have one key. Let's get it. Or a calcum. Enemy essence gained 500. Yay! I don't think I have enough to upgrade any module slots. Oh, dude, I can. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and do you. Great. So now I need was that 4? I need 9 more keys. Bruh. All right. So we need to head back to. Find the riders, reach the hangar where they come. Okay. I'm gonna go back there. I need to go to the boss arena because they like, for some freaking reason, it's like it just kicked you out, man. My shit better be there. I mean, we're gonna focus
Fled
on.
in that direction. I should be able to find a way in. I have already passed by the Église Sainte-Marie. I can get back there quickly from here.
Ow, what the crap? You bitch! Oh, you're gonna come fight me anyways. Okay. I was gonna ignore you two. Now it's a vendetta. Also, while some of the stuff was playing out, I was reading about some patches. So apparently one of the last patches they did for this game, they opened up, dun da da da, the trophy. So if you turn on, if for some reason I basically just threw in the towel from being so frustrated, then, I won't. No! Oh my god. Then I can turn on assist mode. But what I plan on doing is doing that. Back up my save, doing that, and see what happens. You know, turn on assist mode, like max it out, max that bitch out, and then see what happens. All right, can I get my one of the trophies that it quote unquote blocks out? No, we're not going there to inspect it. We're going across. I want to get my stuff. There's a way to jump down. Oh yeah, way to go this way. That's right. That was weird. I actually had that. No! See? How am I still alive? How am I still alive? Oh, yeah, very good. All the way back here? Jesus. I mean, I'm not worried about the... See, I guess that would be a good test of... What? No, no, wait a minute. You... Yeah, see, that's why I upgraded before. Oh, I'm kind of curious where my... Oh, it's over there. Cool. Oh, sketchy. Oh, at 9,000? Oh, I thought it was like 400. That feels, I don't know. That feels off. Oh, thank goodness he is still here. Reinforced armor, key, and orichalcum. Thank you. Oh, and you opened the door. Where did I drop down from? Wait a second. Where did I drop down from? I can't find this. Okay, there it is. Wow, so you can't get out. It's Hotel California, man. Alright, so what I plan to do tomorrow morning after breakfast, I plan to back up my save. I'm gonna make sure it's on manual sync, and then I'm gonna turn on the assist mode and work on getting one of the trophies, which is I gotta hit like 3 dudes with 10 grenades all at once. And see if it pops. If it pops, we're golden, and we'll dial everything back to normal, and we'll leave. What we'll leave on is we'll turn on my. For now, we'll turn on just that I don't lose my animo as I die, because that shit needs to die. That needs to stop in SoulsLikes. As is evident, I lost your confidence, and my official dismissal is long in coming. I beg you to relieve me my duties of my ministry. I sincerely hope that my success will provide you a certificate of wealth that will be fruitful of dutiful service, blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, these games are already hard enough, right? Why punish the players with it, right? I applaud games that don't, because they're doing something different rather than just doing a cash grab. So, anyways.